Rocky Mountain Race Week, day 2. Welcome back. We are here. It is about 7:30 in the morning and we've been on the road for about an hour and a half already. We got up very early to try to get to Texas today. It's going to be a very hot day, very similar to Race Week 1.0. So we were trying to get there early, get set up so that we can kind of chill out in the shade and not have to go working on everything in the heat of the day. Driving route today is approximately 258 miles, so not terrible. We do have 3 checkpoints, one of them being Summit Racing Equipment, so that's...
shopping.
I was going to say dangerous, but okay. So, we're on the road. We've got our friends from last night. We got Felicia, Kyle, Bobby's behind us. We got about 5 people with us. So we're just kind of motoring along and getting it done, and we'll see you at the first checkpoint. Alright, we got checkpoint number 1, Ardmore Dragway. A lot of cars here. Everybody seemed to have wanted to leave at 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I don't know why. Love it. So we're just leaving the car wash now. The trailer in front of us had one of the straps come loose and had an oil pan come up and off his trailer. Tumbled in the middle of the road. Sharon couldn't get away from it. There was a pickup truck next to her, so she couldn't swerve, couldn't stop in time. So she just punted it into the ditch. Because what else are you gonna do, right? So we're leaving the car wash. We just got there was a little bit of oil left in the pan. Just got all the front bumper, so I just wanted to wash it off real quick. So we're back on the road again.
Oh my god, that was funny.
I mean, he put that right down the middle, man. You just kind of fouled it right off. You should have done. You should have tried to hit it harder, see if you can pop it back into his trailer. You prick. I do love the views of Race Week. Cool stuff. Only problem is we just got text messages saying that we went the wrong way and we gotta turn around. So here comes the U-turn. And we'll get back on the road. We have already passed checkpoint 1. We'll be hitting up checkpoint 2 eventually. So for the first time, Sharon enters Texas. She's never been here before. And what did you do when you came into the city?
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Right. We are now pulling into Buc-ee's in Denton, and it is one of the biggest gas stations I've ever seen. The gas pumps start way down there, and they go all the way down there. This is
They have death pumps?
They have death pumps.
At each end.
Oh my god, they've got everything here. But do they have E85? Let's find out. We're pretty much at the mecca of all race car stuff. We're about to go into Summit Racing. Sharon's never been inside one of these stores before. This one is, I think it's the biggest one. It's what's funny is if you 10,000 square feet bigger than any other one. And from this door right here to the opposite corner is 1,320 feet, and it's not by accident. My only problem is that they got a Mustang, a Ford, and a Jeep up there, and no love for the Chevy. They do have a cool GTO rotating in the window. Here we are, stop number 2, Texas Motorplex, Ennis, Texas. Ooh, and it is warm. A little warm on our temperatures, a little warm on the outside temperature. We are just gonna wind up setting up shop and chilling out for a little while. Chilling out, right.
All right, so we are in the pits at Texas Motorplex in Ennis. Let me get out of the sun here for a second. The sun is finally starting to go down, and it's starting to actually cool off. It was like, I think the bank sign said like 101 degrees when we passed it. But right now, the car is turned over. Trans temps got up to like 206 right before we got to the track. So it's been hot, just we were driving all day. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong, it's just hot. Right now, we have a friend of ours helping Jared learn how to tune. We're making some adjustments, even further from yesterday, see what we can do. Hopefully, starting tomorrow, there's a cold front coming in. So with cooler weather, maybe adding some timing or whatever happens, maybe we can get back to those 9s. So we shall see. I'm probably going to make a hit in maybe about a half hour, give or take, and see what she does.
All right, we're actually gonna go put it in the lanes for first round. They're just finishing cleaning up from Doug Cook's mess. So right now we have the timing where it should be, but we've taken all our fuel modifications back out of it. It's a testing thing to see. We're just doing some logs and trying to get some data on that. I did up her tire pressure, so we're up to 38 in the front and 25 in the back because the track is really tight. So I don't want her to wheel hop. So let's go see what happens. Okay, here's the deal. We've been in the lanes for about an hour-ish now. Cars going down, track going down. It is what it is. This is our only run we're gonna get. Nothing else. We will not get another run. There's not a whole lot of ice in our tank. The car is still warm from the drive today. We've had no ice cycle through it. This is not gonna be very good, but this is what we're gonna get, and this is what we're gonna deal with, and that's just the way this deal goes. Okay, I know it's not a great pass. I know it's a small time. But we got the car down the track, and that was the main goal.
Reload a new file in the thing.
Sorry, that was the main goal here, was to get the car down track.
Checking the track out real quick, because
take a 20-second slip. So 10.5, no, it's not fast, but we'll deal with it. All right, so in summary, today was not our greatest day at the track. That pass was 10.5. Not terrible, considering everything that's happened today. So quick recap. As we were going to make our first hit, we waited until the car would cooled off a little bit. It was still warm. The IAT2s were still at 90. The engine was still kind of hot. We just couldn't cool it down. It was too hot today. So by the time we got the car cooled down and we go for a hit, we're about ready to back out. I was filming what I usually film before we go for a run. And that's when, unfortunately, Doug Cook hit the wall. Doug Cook is good, car is not, but he is okay. He's up, walking around, he was talking to people, giving thumbs up, he was walking around the pits, he's okay. So we sat and we waited. And then went up to make our first hit, and we got in the lane. It was, an all call for cars that haven't made a hit yet. I'd say about 100 cars showed up for that. So we had to sit there and wait for our turn to go. All the ice melted. It was getting hot. It just, it's what happens when you sit in the lanes, because you have 100 people, and we waited too long. This is all on us. We could have gone earlier in the day and gotten as many runs as we wanted to. They had an all call all day long. We could have gone up there. We could have run. Yeah, it may not have been great, but we could have gotten our first run and started a cooling process. Ice. We could have done lots of different things. we just waited because we made a mistake. It happens. So her first run, which I don't think I even videoed it, she did the burnout, and a Camaro that was going down the track broke. All our ice had been gone because we've been sitting in the lanes forever, and the car was just too hot to make a good pass. Because we're messing with the timing, because we're messing with the fueling, I didn't want to risk running that, into that pulling timing because the IATs got too hot and all of that mess. So I said, back it down, go down the track, do 30 mile an hour down the track, grab a time slip. Worst case scenario, it's a 20-second time slip. You broke the beams on your own. We're still in Rocky Mountain race. We're not disqualified. We're gonna go back to the pits, try to real quick throw every bag of ice we have at it, which was 7 bags of ice. 4 of them to cool it down, 3 of them to put it in the lanes. That's what we did. We went up there and begged and pleaded, and we actually got to be the last car in line, other than Tom McGilton in the Why Not Camaro, who hadn't made a pass yet, and Ruby, who also hadn't made a solid pass yet because something wasn't right with the car. I don't know. I didn't ask. Everybody's having a kind of rough day, especially over that camp because they're good friends with Doug Cook. They're not having a great day. So I didn't bother them with, what's going on. Go up to the line, and Sharon does a burnout. Tom can't get the car to stay running long enough to do a burnout. Something's wrong with his car, so Sharon sits there for a little bit. We melted our ice. Don't really care. Our IT2s, we launched at 70, so we're still okay. But so that's why she got the pass. Then at the end of the run, she calls me frantic because the under tray fell off again, and the brake cooling duct had fallen off. She was scraping it. Sharon was already frustrated. She was already, what's going on? Because everything kind of went sideways, and when things go sideways, people get frustrated, people get flustered. It is what it is. So when we hit the oil container earlier today, we must have broken the under tray and just kind of got wedged in there. And when you do 132 miles an hour, if something's just wedged, it's going to come loose. And it came loose. She ran over it. That's what happens. So that's the end of today. It's going to be a short video other than me talking. But I know the run didn't feel good. I know you weren't very happy. I know you're flustered, but some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. Today we were the bug. Tomorrow we're going to try to be the windshield again. But that's it, right?
Tomorrow's another day.
Yeah, we're upset, but we're not going to let it ruin our time. So that's it for now. Day 3 coming up. This ends day 2. Actually, technically it is already day 3. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.